Smith officially in line for Benavidez Yildirim. Yes. And also, let me get it up. I apologize. I should have it up right now. That was on me. Here we go. There was a sort of back and forth, so to speak, between Joe Gallagher and Eddie Reneso, obviously the trainers of Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith, respectively. And I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a fun back and forth from trainers, to be honest. Joe Gallagher says, phone call away, Canelo versus Callum Smith. Canelo team in Saudi this weekend for big fight with possibly his decision made on who his next opponent will be. And Callum Smith is a strong possibility. And then Eddie Reneso replies, easy work, Joe. Which I wonder if that's really Eddie Reneso talking. I really hope it is, to be honest, and not like somebody like some assistant that works his Twitter account. Because Eddie does seem like a guy that talks a lot of shit on the low. I'd be curious to see what happens there. And on top of it, Joe comes back saying that's not what you're telling Eddie Hearn. Ooh. So we have Callum Smith being lined up by the sanctioning body to be the mandatory to David Benavidez Ivana Yildirim winner, which I gotta say, interesting move for another sanctioning body to line up another sanctioning body's champion in accordance with them. Like they're all in agreement here with the WBA and the WBC. They're working in tandem here. But that's a good move, to be honest. I'm not usually giving any praises to the sanctioning bodies, but them working together, good. That should be just forced by nature from some sort of apparatus, a la the Ali Act, which it should do, but it doesn't. But it's good to see them work to unification. And Callum Smith being lined up for Benavidez Yildirim winner makes a lot of sense. Would be a fantastic fight. Or we get a Callum Smith Canelo fight, which I also think is a fun, interesting fight. And plus, I think a fight that Canelo probably wins at this point in time, especially after what I saw with John Ryder, doing to Callum Smith. That was pretty eye-opening. Let's just be honest about it. But, guys, let me know in the chat, because I see a lot of UK listeners. What do you guys want? Because this is Callum Smith really with the options here, so to speak, maybe. Do you want to see him fight Canelo, or do you want to see him fight David Benavidez? I would assume Canelo. If you're a UK or a Callum Smith fan, you're probably going to pick the Canelo fight because it's the bigger fight. It's the money fight. Like it's the red panty night for Callum Smith, and I see the David Benavidez fight being a hard fight that it builds his legacy for the hardcores, but that's a hard fight, significantly so, and I think just as hard as the Canelo fight. Not to the same 1-to-1 reason why as it's hard, but they're both very hard fights for Callum Smith. Let me see. .92 saying, will Smith one day get revenge on Canelo for sending him to hell? I don't know what you're referring to specifically, 92, to be honest. Matthew D'Souza in the chat saying, Callum Smith and Joe Gallagher want no part of Benavidez. They solely want Canelo. Well, of course, I think that's why you see them in the media acting that way. Crazy saying, if Callum doesn't rematch Ryder, he won't. I want Benavidez to batter him. He doesn't deserve a Canelo payday. Damn harsh. Rob, Benavidez, please. What? It's because Rob knows that that's a fight we disagree on. Well, I think we all in agreement. Canelo beats Callum Smith, right? Come on. While the Benavidez fight might be a little more competitive at this point in time. Dan, I won't lie, but a lot of English have turned against Smith. It does seem like a lot of English have turned against Smith. It does seem that way. Mailbox saying Callum Smith versus Canelo. I think Canelo would choose Saunders. Ooh. God. I'll be honest. I'd rather Canelo fight Smith than Saunders. Any day of the week. And Rob saying, I want unifications. Well, Rob, didn't you hear Eddie Reneso? He said they didn't vacate that regular belt, and so it would be a unification at 168 of the WBA belts, Rob. Canelo, Callum Smith. See? Come on, Rob. Gotta think this way. Rob Rob saying why turn against Smith. I think the John Ryder fight. I think a lot of hardcore fans. Plus, like all the UK fans, I hate Eddie. Callum Smith is a guy that they shit on too. Let's just be honest. That's just how fans think in some sick way.